سلام دوستان، امیدوارم که حالتون خوب باشه. امروز با دوست بسیار عزیزم دکتر خوزه لوئیس کوردیرو هستم، نویسنده کتاب The Death of Death یا پایان مرگ. چند تا سوال میخوام ازشون بپرسم در مورد کتابشون و اینکه افتخار اینو داشتم که کتاب ایشون رو به 3 زبان ترجمه کنم، به زبان عربی که الان آماده است و چاپ شده، به زبان فارسی که همین چند وقت پیش تموم شد و به زودی در دسترس همه شما خواهد بود و در آینده به زبان کردی که ترجمه میشه و در حال حاضر این کتاب به 15 زبان زنده دنیا ترجمه شده. ازشون میخوام در مورد کتاب بپرسم، در مورد اهمیتش و موضوعی که توی این کتاب صحبت کردم. So Jose, thank you so much again for being with me. Actually, our listeners in Iran are going to watch you and they want to know about the most important thing that you have focused on your book. And when do you think we can defeat aging and what will be the future that people should expect?
Well, first of all, thank you, Dr. Dana Marduk, for translating the book into Arabic first, now Persian, and soon Kurdish. The book is already in 15 languages and coming in more languages, and it has a subtitle that explains it all. The subtitle is The Scientific Possibility of Physical Immortality and Its Moral Defense. So I explain the science and technology of immortality, which is real, and then the ethical, moral issues concerning immortality, because we are all dying. All of humanity, we are all dying of aging. So this is the biggest problem of humanity and is what unites all of humans, that we are all dying, but fortunately we are very close to curing aging. In the book I make forecasts until the year 2099, talking about the new technologies coming up. But in terms of aging, we believe that by 2045, we will be able to rejuvenate people.
Okay, fantastic. خب دوستان، همونطور که میدونید ما یه جامعه‌ای درست کردیم که فارسی بهش میگیم زیمانا، که ترجمه یا درست شده کلمه هلسجیویتی هستش. این سازمانی که ما همراه با خوزه و تیممون درست کردیم در حال حاضر 45 نماینده در 45 کشور مختلف دنیا داره. نماینده ایران فرزام عزیز هستش که خیلی زحمت کشیده و حتما توی پادکست های زیمانا و البته آینده آفرینی دیدیدش. و باز میخوام ازشون سوال بپرسم در مورد این که چه پیامی برای کسایی که توی ایران هستن دارن در مورد بحث سلامتی، لانجویتی و آینده رو چطور میبینن. So Jose, tell us about your message actually to the community that we are working on to have in Iran as just healthjivity nation that we are working on, and we have tens of ambassadors all around the world. I know that in Iran there are a lot of young people, a lot of people actually very interested in this topic, the topic of immortality, defeating aging and health. So what is your message to them and what is the future that you envision about stopping aging? What should we expect about it?
Well, we live in incredible times. We are close to fulfill the first dream of humanity, which is immortality. About 5,000 years ago, the first book ever written by humans in cuneiform writing, it's called the Epic of Gilgamesh in Mesopotamia, almost 5,000 years ago, and it was about immortality. And the Egyptians nearby, also 4,000 years ago, the Book of the Dead, also about immortality. So this has been the biggest and first dream of humanity, at least as we know in recorded history. And now, finally, we are close to fulfill this dream, because between 2030 and 2045, we should have rejuvenation technologies. As I explain in the book, thanks to the scientific advances, we know that aging is reversible. Nobel Prize in Medicine in the year 2012 for discovering that aging can be reversed. So it's incredible times. It's the best time to be alive and to remain alive, because we are between the last mortal generation and the first immortal generation, which is what humans always wanted.
Fantastic, thank you. خب دوستان، کتاب پایان مرگ ترجمهش تموم شده و به زودی در دسترس خواهد بود. کاری که میخوایم بکنیم این که این کتاب تبدیل بشه به پرفروشترین کتاب فارسی زبان، چون کتابیه که همه باید بخونن و در واقع اول کتاب اگه نگاه کنید تقدیم شده به اولین نسل انسان‌های جاودانه، به معنی اینکه قرار نیست که ما به خاطر بیماری‌های مرتبط با پیری در واقع بمیریم و بتونیم پیری رو شکست بدیم. این خیلی نکته مهمی هستش و اینکه کتاب ایشون به 15 زبان ترجمه شدن و صدها هزار نسخه به فروش رفته و احتمالاً در زمان خیلی کمی این تعداد زبان‌ها به 20 و حتی بیشتر هم میرسه. بازم ممنونم از همه شما و به امید اینکه بتونیم یک جامعه سالم درست کنیم همراه با زیمانا. به زیمانا بپیوندید برای سفر جوانی و جاودانگی. Thank you so much, Khoze. Thank you for your words and hope that one day probably we'll see you in Iran and meet your fans and people who are already waiting actually for the book to read it in Persian.
Well, it is my pleasure, and I am very happy to be talking to people in Iran and all over the world because we are close to fulfill the biggest and first dream of humanity, which has always been immortality. And now we are very close to immortality. Remember, before 2045, we will have biological rejuvenation thanks to science and technology.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Okay.
Is death inevitable?
The Death of Death best-selling book by Luis Cordero and David Wood. The book opens with a bold claim: the very concept of death might be up for re-evaluation. This idea sets the stage for an exploration of cutting-edge research and technological breakthroughs. The authors delve into the realm of regenerative medicine, where the promise of tissue engineering and stem cell therapy holds the potential to rejuvenate our bodies. Cordero doesn't shy away from the ethical dilemmas that arise from such possibilities, engaging readers in discussions on the ethics of genetic engineering and our responsibility to future generations. What truly sets this book apart is its unwavering commitment to stimulating interdisciplinary discourse. Cordero seamlessly navigates through intricate topics, from the biological mechanisms of aging to the intricacies of nanotechnology. He invites readers to partake in a conversation that transcends disciplines, encouraging us to collectively shape the trajectory of human longevity. In a world replete with uncertainties, The Death of Death challenges us to question the boundaries we've placed on our own existence. The book is an essential read for those seeking to broaden their horizons, engaging with provocative ideas that push the boundaries of our understanding. Whether you're a skeptic or a fervent believer, Cordero's work ignites a conversation that will undoubtedly influence the way we approach aging, life, and the very concept of immortality. We are entering a fantastic voyage into life extension, crossing different bridges that will take us to indefinite lifespans. The Death of Death explains clearly how we might soon reach longevity, escape velocity, and live long enough to live forever. Ray Kurzweil, co-author of Fantastic Voyage, Live Long Enough to Live Forever, and co-founder of Singularity University. The Death of Death is a truly revolutionary book. This is a visionary book that confronts us with the terrible reality of aging, and its authors are friends and connoisseurs of the subject. I believe that the authoritative and exhaustive description of this crusade that Jose and David make in this excellent book will accelerate this process. Forward. Aubrey de Grey, founder of LEV, Longevity Escape Velocity Foundation and co-author of Ending Aging. Until now, the history of mankind has been marked by this fatal fact. Religions, borders, and progress are born from an ancient fear of death. Comfort from this fear man often found only in religious paradigms. But according to Jose Luis Cordero and David Wood, the incontrovertible fact of death is no longer an absolute certainty. Science and technology are preparing to tear down the final frontier, that of immortality. This accessible book provides insight into recent exponential advances in artificial intelligence, tissue regeneration, stem cell treatment, organ printing, cryopreservation, and genetic therapies that, for the first time in human history, offer a realistic chance to solve the problem of the aging of the human body. In this book, Cordero and Wood not only present all the major developments, initiatives, and ideas for eternal life, they also show why there are a number of good arguments for seeing death for what it is, the last undefeated disease. This book has been translated to many languages, and you can order the book by going to our website at www.thedeathofdeath.org.